Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I'm glad you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, I'd like to start this session as usual by appreciating your support so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us also, please just hit the subscribe button and then you can hit the like button. So I would like to start this session again by weighing in on this issue of Millicent Omanga. Before I talk about the real thing that I wanted to discuss about regarding this issue, I noticed that Millicent Omanga blocked YOLENO TV on Twitter. Trust me, I didn't want to do this content, but somehow I realized that CS Millicent Omanga's move warrants some discussion. The way Sonko treated this issue and Karen Nyamu has made me pick this topic to share it with the audience here. So I know that there's a time Sonko said and Cleophas Malala said that kuna wale watu kwa serikali alafu kuna deep state. The deep states are the people who do the underlying dealings. Watu kama Sonko, watu kama Cleophas Malala, those are the ones who are regarded as the deep state because they are capable of pushing a narrative na hawatashambuliwa because they don't hold a public office. Sonko does not hold a public office, neither does Cleophas Malala. Cleophas Malala holds a party office. That office, of course, it has a following, but it's just a party office. So, onto this issue of Millicent Omanga. Of course, there are pictures which are circulated. Some, I don't know if they are photoshopped. People say they are photoshopped. But I would like to share only this part because I know in this audience, I have people who are respectable. So, there could have been real photos or Photoshop photos. But the real story here is that there was a deliberate attempt to divert the attention of Kenyans from the real narrative of UNGA.
However, we did find two brands retailing at between 159 shillings and 166 shillings.
Last week, there was a promise of UNGA. Now, this week, the narrative had to be diverted by introducing such kind of photos. Because ask yourself, why is it that it was timed at a time where UNGA prices zilikuwa fast zishuke? There is this narrative of 15 billion that was exposed by Azimio MPs that called for Auditor General to thoroughly audit these funds because they said that the funds were diverted to the CS for education, CS for agriculture. Now they want to trace these funds ili ionekane kweli this fertilizer ilifanya ile shughuli ilikuwa ifanyike, because if the fertilizer was supposed to to impact the cost of UNGA here, then how comes maize has been imported? So this is what needs to be done. The accounts need to be audited. So the Azimio One Kenya Alliance MPs have taken it upon themselves to push this narrative of an audit on the 15 billion funds. Allow me to share two tweets from Sonko. So this is what Sonko said. Stop being dirty-minded. Let's not spoil our CAS dignity. I remember very vividly on this day, the Honorable CAS was away on official duty when she called me. We briefly spoke where she told me that she had a running and bloated stomach, and I advised her to take club soda or salt and hot water, then lie on her stomach all night. Here she seems to be following the instructions I gave. I innocently lying on her stomach, resting after a long day of tree planting and working for this country that she loves so much. She even took the extra piece of advice where I told her to make sure she is free so that she can pass gas in that position. Even as you can see from the photo, the bed sheets are still well spread, clearly showing that no vigorous activity had taken place. This confirms that the photo that has been circulating is indeed Millicent Omanga's, because it talks about free. So why would Sonko decide to expose this? I started off by saying that inaonekana hii ni ile deliberate attempt by Sonko and Karen Nyamu to divert the attention of Kenyans. These things are coming at a time where Azimio amesema kwamba kuna ile 15 billion imeliwa, coming at a time where the government is being pressured to lower the price of unga, lower the cost of electricity, and there is immense pressure on the government to to conduct a bipartisan talk that is not in the parliament. So all these things are piling a lot of pressure on the government. So that's why vitu kama hizi zinaleta to diffuse ile tension, to diffuse ile narrative ambao ni high cost of living. I think this, if I'm not wrong, that this is just a deliberate attempt by Sonko. Na Sonko ameleta it post at a time ambayo imeshika attention. In fact, if you go to Twitter right now, discussion ni Millicent Omanga, Millicent Omanga, Millicent Omanga, left, right, and center. The discussions is all about Millicent Omanga. I was not surprised because Millicent Omanga had to put down, to block. She had to block our YOLENO TV on Twitter because she knows that sisi tuna keep the government in check. That's our number one priority. We keep the government in check. So we expected Millicent Omanga to to conduct herself na a lot of dignity. So we had to talk about that conduct because she is being paid our taxpayers' money. That is, she's being paid from our taxpayers' money. So we have to keep our office also in check. Ladies and gentlemen, also there is something that you noticed yesterday. William Ruto called for an urgent cabinet meeting. What was the reason? So I think all these are because of the pressure that is mounting from Azimio and the pressure that is already being felt in the Twitter's accounts. So, ladies and gentlemen, kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Once again, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.